What up, everybody? This is the Reaper back for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. Where in the last video we have a new case. There's a prosecutor named Lana Sky who's basically committed for crime that she did, which is a foul suspicion because her sister Emma Sky doesn't believe she did it. So it seems like to me that Lana is covered up for someone or protecting someone in the case. But we're gonna find out what's actually going on, and hopefully we'll find a way to get her innocent. But in the meantime, while we're doing that, we're trying to get our snacks, get your drinks, because Detective Reaper is here to come to save the day. February 23rd, 9:34 in the morning. God dang, that's early, man. I can't even get up that early just to be defending somebody like this. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frank did, or still a lot of gray areas?
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area.
Don't worry about me, don't matter what's the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate.
I believe in you, sis.
Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never bleed their clients. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Guy, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Alright, why would you tell me that if I'm trying to defend for you? My first trial without a Faye helping me? Wow. I got no Mia, I got no Maya. Maya's gone to spirit medium and Mia's just basically left us. Wow. No one's gonna bail me out of this one. Oh, there she is. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
Okay. Alright. I hope he's useful. Maya was actually useful. So hopefully you be useful. Alright, February the 10th in the morning. Oh, look who's back! The judge is back. I kinda like this judge, by the way. You know, this judge will actually give you chances and stuff like that. Either sometimes he really don't know what's going on, but I like this judge.
Court is now in section for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in the courtroom since his trial. Yeah, that's that case we bailed him out. Took care of that case. I hope that personal feeling will not be a part of the procedure today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgments to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edward. Please open his statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecution office lot.
Wow, he much more forceful in person. I thought it felt like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution called his first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The call for Queen? Oh, this will be interesting. Okay.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered a caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before.
The judge is really wolfing it down. Ah, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? Wow, fingerprints. What are you trying to say? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So, this is what everyone rave about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry up.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Ezra has said to the court, I'm a professional.
Uh-huh. What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective? Ah! I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up, Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Just who is this lady? If I might have the court attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecution office is divided to 2 blocks. A block is for prosecution office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that to keep
visitors from taking up prosecution space, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valid witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lots with Edgeworth car in it. Definitely need to take a look at that.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor loser are willing to accept the truth, Your Honor. Should I proceed to crush what little hopes there have remained?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, they talk about me? Yeah, they talk about me. This is unbelievable. Alright, here we go. We have our first testimony here from Miss Angel Starr. Or she calls herself the Cough Up Queen. Let's see what she has to say and see if we can maybe pick her testimony apart. Somehow, I always knew a day would come like this. That's a weird comment to start off with. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finally home detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garnished car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointed tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Okay.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there's no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing but other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about it.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Alright, it's time to cross-examine Miss Angel Starr. She got some holes in there somewhere, so let's see if we can pick it apart. Somehow I always knew the day like this would come. Why you would say that? That don't make sense. How did you know? I respect the prosecution basis abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted method will always lead to tragedy. The lunch-related uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erase inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing of a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors?
I felt that I had found my dream car when I became an investigator, and if I haven't been laid off by the prosecutor over there, I'll still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
Wow, she really got something personal against prosecutors. Maybe the prosecutor probably the one that got her fired. I was on my way to live on lunch break to my boyfriend. What's your boyfriend's name? This boyfriend, he's a detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still opening for applicants.
I'll stick with my lunches, thank you. Thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think it before replying. Wow, you a lot of help for Emma. The security guard room is in a block. Okay. It's up on the second level so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Okay. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car? Since I am a visitor now, I park in B block.
So, she was in B block where she witnessed a crime.
When I sense something, perhaps this is my fine home detective intuition at work. I gotta question that. You sense something? So you say you have a premonition of the murder. It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chalk full of seed.
I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of detective intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodwin also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Ah? Young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangled with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then that must be hard, yellow, and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Okay. Through the wire fence, I started to sit on his car. What she was doing? By garnish car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Incidentally, the knife was with the victim was stabbed also with Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. Uh-oh. Ooh, it was your knife.
What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her for no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly say the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms, ergo. You are a by-witness. You might want to keep those set opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh, rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring. I believe I heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism.
I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch league, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snapped, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is regular camera. Oh wow, she got a camera in the lunchbox. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Alright, this added to the court records. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh, this is unstably line of sky. Okay, let's see what we notice. We notice she has the, I guess that's blood. Can't really tell it's blood now because the picture is black and white. And let's see, she got on gloves and she normally has a scarf around her neck. We don't see a scarf around her, that's interesting. Keep that in mind. So, what was the defendant doing at that time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Oh, I gotta hold that too. Tell me more about this knife that was suspect was carrying. Well, I said the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg in my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Huh, perhaps a chicken salad set would be a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife? What then? Then she stretched the pointing tips of the knife into the good Miss chest. You saw that from 30 feet away. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise a knife to strike, no?
The defendant has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see. It's on the flash room, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty favorable to me.
What we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our head cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. She's not much of a help. I want Maya back.
Don't smell like that.
Alright, somehow I knew the day would come. Okay, she has a hole somewhere. Okay, I need to take a look at something. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is so. Okay, so the crime was committed here. She said she was somewhere around here. And she said she made a crime. Okay, she could potentially see it through the fence here. But okay, that's gonna be fine. Alright. She might be telling the truth there. Alright. She's wanna say something. Let's go back. Okay, no. To the wire fence. She's standing next to a garnished card. That's true. Holding a knife in her hand. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back a something. So she said you saw her hold a knife in her hand. But here's the problem. There's no knife in here. You took the picture of her, but you claim say she hold a knife in her hand. So there's no knife. It appears here they look like she's either opening the door or trying to close it. But we can't really tell. But she definitely don't have anything in her hand. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna... Okay, let's see. She put hold it right down there. Alright, so here we go. This is a contradiction here, so we're gonna say objection. Objection. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with a knife? As I already said, yes. I swear I'm a finding South World lunch. Man, I don't want that crap. Keep that lunch yourself. Don't expect me trying to give me all this lunch to swerve me off. No, that's not gonna work.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at the photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Guys not holding a knife? Okay, y'all get quiet. Look, just
Ahem. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yeah, it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! Yeah, objection. Yeah, that's right, objection. And how can you tell that? Blood spatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photo.
Ah, yes, but it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Oh, we're adjusting that. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely that she took the picture the moment she's witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. Okay, you ain't gonna say nothing else? That's it? You're not gonna say nothing? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try order the jumbo side lunch for the get-go.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor's guy was cold, calculated like a robot. Wow, that's a strong word for her. How you know she's all that? She killed without pain or remorse. It was premeditated murder. Whoa, how you know that? Premedicated? Yeah, how do you know that? Look at the chief prosecutor hand in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those? If it's not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Wow! These gloves don't seem to tell the tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
Okay, hold on a second. Just because you have, here's my theory. Okay, just because you have gloves on to do in the crime doesn't mean it's as premeditated. I mean, you got some people who actually commit crimes without gloves, so that kind of sketchy right there. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves proves it. Question that. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was premeditated crime. What?
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. This is real bad. She got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, then trial's already over. I got to think of a way to show it wasn't premeditated.
It's on the fresh room, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sound pretty fair to me.
But what we do? It is it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness back. So for some reason have a panic. Let's meet and calmer. Don't smell like that. Alright, hold on a second. Okay, so that. I was on my way to deliver lunch back to my boyfriend. When I said something perhaps my fine home set the skills. Thought the wire fit. I saw the keep standing to garnish car. The mirror was planned. The rubber glove proven. Do the wire. I saw. When I said something perhaps. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I need to take a look at something. There's something that was odd about this. Definitely odd. Okay. Let's see what else. A murder weapon used in edgeworth 2 but trace of victim blood. No points. Okay, hold on a second. I'm missing. When I sense something, perhaps it was my fine-tuned detective at work. I was on the way to deliver lunch with my boyfriend. When I sense something, perhaps. Okay, I'm trying to see. The murder was planned and the rubber gloves proves it. What? Dead due to knife. The murder weapon? Okay, well here's the thing. We don't see the murder. Wait a minute. This is weird. Because okay, there's something missing. The murder glove was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Okay, so where's the murder glove? Okay, hold on, so let's present something here. Where's the gloves at? Where's the gloves? Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Miss Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belong to the prosecutor there. Uh-oh, the jury's getting involved. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, all prosecutors are bad people? Wow, the jury's definitely getting to it. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness prove an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you said that Lana Scott planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
Order! Order! Order!
Great, now the tide is turning in my favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Not yet. Oh no, he's waving his finger. Oh god. Right. I believe the next lunch you will be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling details. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunchy lady over there. The defense Lana Sky murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing the prosecution need proof. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. How you know that? You throwing some accusation out there without any proof. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing?
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness?
Please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of detention are not to be underestimated. Ready now? Oh my gosh, she got another testimony here. Okay, let's see what she has to say, and we're trying to rip this testimony apart. Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. Yeah, but how you know she called all the way down here? First of all, I want to know, did she actually knew the? Well, you know, they work in the same field, so she had a knew. But I find that weird. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. How you know that? Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge that knife in again and again. Again and again, and she only stabbed it once. So why do you think she stabbed more than once?
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I order pizza, does that mean I plan to kill the delivery boy? No, you idiot. Emma, where are you? Why are you even here, Emma? I mean, seriously, why are you here?
In any case, the defendant may now cross-examine the witness.
Alright, she definitely has a hole. Lion's guy is saying the murder. Get to how you know that? That's something. What proof do you have? You say that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie.
I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven baked, half baked. Something half baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense, witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Oh, what's that supposed to mean, Edgy? Now, why do you believe the suspect had intention to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim all the way down to the prosecution office. No, that's not true. You had no proof that Miss Guy called her there. You have no proof that she didn't.
Miss Edgeworth, thoughts?
There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried putting the phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecution office where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was a suspect who summoned the victim that day?
I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against him. Show proof. I need proof. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge to begin with. I agree. Rookie. I don't want that crap. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know that? See? We agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. In personal life, it's like a lunchbox with pretzel. Don't you agree?
I get it. So that's why my lunch was so salty.
This judge is very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. So she stabbed more than twice? A human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Notice that Miss Edgeworth's sight smell like sucker's fruit. You said again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chop it to 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me?
Let's just say she stabbed him 7 times and leave it at that.
Leave it at that. This is a murder case, people.
Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have a chest, you know.
You're not helping, Emma. Miss Starr has turned out to be a short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenge her ability as a detective really set her off.
The short wicks burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, would it depends on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax to it, even really short temper will burn longer. You're not really helpful, Emma.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Yeah, go test somewhere else. Lion's guy, yeah, you got a hole. Yeah, you got, I'm sure the chief, yeah. Nothing else could drive this state like a machine. I'm going to present something to you because, let's see, the murder when using is where one life wound. We go ahead and present Goodman autopsy report. Dead due to loss of blood. 1 knife wound. Died in an hour half of 4 p.m. Can we say objection? You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. with my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right! Good job, Mr. Edgeworth!
What a honk! He's my hero! Really? What about my judgment? No one noticed? Yeah, no one ain't paying attention to me.
Well, witness?
You got the crime scene set, right?
I don't want that crap. You better take that yourself. Oh, thanks!
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splatter blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us why you saw that you thought it was blood. Testify.
Oh my gosh. Her red muffler looks like blood to me. That's how she guesses the whole scene was. Hold that. Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wear one around her neck, so she can be easily hanged at moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. She always wore it. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? Yeah, but wait. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splatter blood?
Well, people often mistake my beard for a bill.
A judge with a bill? This is why the place feels so much like a kindergarten sometimes. But you know, sometimes the judge does bring a little sense of humor into the court sometimes, so that's what makes him very likable too. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance! Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be a short-tempered as she looked as we met her. Challenged her abilities as a detective and really set her off. Oh, they're going this again. No. Skip all that. Alright. Murder. Okay, we saw that. That's why she saw that too. I know exactly where I need to go. You don't know she has a grudge. Her red muffler looks like blood to me, but here's the problem with that. The real problem is, if you look at the photo, no, this is not it. The problem is she's not wearing a scarf around her neck, so we're going to take that, and we're going to say, is it objection or take that? I think objection. Got him. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you prove it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you found your true calling in life. Wow! Dang, is she taking shots?
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Miss Ezra prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we could shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabbed the victim. This next testimony might be the moment of truth. Oh my god, to give her a third testimony. Are you kidding me? You know what they about? They've been giving so many chances to her to change her story, but like they said, like what was it? Mia said at the beginning that if you give them so many chances to change their testimony to a different story, they're still bound to tell more lies. So and so far, it's been true. So let's see what she had to say about this. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind and parting off her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor managed to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. Okay.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Starr. That was a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is kind of a snake. Don't bother me with detail unless you want to get bitten. No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poison snake spikes.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts was in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. And predator, this one, a leopard woman. Roar!
Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you will.
Alright. Alright, let's see which. Okay, let's try to rip her testimony apart. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind and parted off to her side. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There's a wall there about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did she do then? I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Now hold on a second, that don't make no sense. The reason I say it doesn't make sense, so if you was in parking A or B, which is on the other side of the fence, but now you turn around and say you was on that side of the fence to catch her, so you already contradicted what you're saying about the location you was at. You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Yeah, but here's the thing, you have a fence, so how did she climb over that fence? Maybe I should press hard for more details. Press her? Yeah, of course. I like to see this on the floor plan just to be safe. The lunch lady car was... Yeah, her car was here. She parked in B plot, but if she was here, she would have to climb this fence just to get to her. So, you witnessed a murder from here. That would make about 30 feet from the car.
Wait. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes?
Is that correct, Miss R? Yes, that's right.
But there's a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The comfort queen lunch lady at me, indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have got to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence is about 9 feet high too, that's what I'm saying. Ain't no way she would have got there that quick. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Oh yes, we should arrest her. She mentioned a muffler, of course. She mentioned a muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember correctly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her was saying the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard was the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean. Ask further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon headed upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used a cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witness.
Good witnesses, whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add it to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney, you got that right, because I don't believe your story. Where muffler was over? Okay. I saw though how she tried the phone on the wall but had to use a cell phone instead. That don't make any sense. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partners. Then she picked up the phone, the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climb over the...
Wait, and during that time, you climb over the chain link fence?
Then, when I bold grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
The chief prosecutor made to escape, but I guess Angel is futile. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop for Laura on a potato foie gras. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on his side at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why did she run the other way?
The other? The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make sense that she would run from behind the party to the oil drum. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish you could solve a few before finding more, though. So I'm just gonna try to run.
I'm sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the portrait. Wait a minute. After murder, I quickly caught up to her, explained to her rights and arrested her on the spot. When she mentioned the muffler, I saw how she tried on the phone. Okay, here's the thing. How the world you saw her? How she tried to use her phone? Wait a minute. No. Go back. Go back one. Go back to that one. I'm gonna go tab for something. Where's the floor plans at? I'm gonna check something right quick. How the world you saw her using the phone here when you were standing somewhere right here? The wall is blocking the way, so there's no way you'll see her. You see the phone hit right there. The only way you probably would have saw it if you had been somewhere over here, or you probably known that she used the phone. That don't make any sense either. So we're gonna go back here, and we're gonna highlight that, and we're going to say objection. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How did you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Scott making that phone call. That's right. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this Partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? That's right. That's right. She couldn't have seen that. No, it's no.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunches. She's coughing up lies.
God.
Yeah, that's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the contact begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about what she saw. No, she probably did saw it. The order of events, that wouldn't make any sense. Where she saw it. Yeah, it's where, because if she saw all that, like she said, that she would be on a different position. Where she saw it. Miss Guy tried to use this emergency phone, but it was out of order, like you said earlier. What is significant is this fact. Nothing. Therefore, it will be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Pointless to lie? I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Guy using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Yeah, object, that's right. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where the witness when she saw the crime.
All the testimony we have heard tonight points to the one direction. The place where Miss Guy witnessed this crime was here. She had to be somewhere over here to see that. Because earlier she mentioned she was take her lunch to her boyfriends, one of her many boyfriends of the security guy. So it has to be here. This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room?
Indeed, the security room is in the underground parking lot. Is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She was able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Nope, no she couldn't. Now in this case, Your Honor, the witness not being part of the prosecution office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the apartment is here. I remember your testimony. You said you bought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room. Yes? Well, Miss Starr? Oh, she get quiet now. Don't get quiet now, Miss Starr. How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the table could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. That's right, I'm getting the better of you today.
Order! Order! Witness? What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better!
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Guy?
Oh, Mr. Wright, does this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they'll get to perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So, tell us what the reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's reveal what we know.
Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? Difference in light. The lighting don't have anything to do with it, so it had to be if she's okay, so I'm gonna say it like this. Process elimination. It wouldn't be the lighting because she saw it probably was light enough for her to see it, so light would mean anything. Angle of the view of the crime, no, it wouldn't be the angle because if she was behind that wall, she couldn't see it, so the angle wouldn't even matter. So it had to be the distance. Distance. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. What? Why you keep objecting my gesture, Edgy? My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. That's why I object that. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it will take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from a security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Guy?
Well, witness?
You... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? No, I ain't taking that squid crap. Take that back. The quality of my lunch has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with my fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry from the boyfriend?
He was in the station, so I waited. I witnessed a crime scene from the glass wall station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Oh, that's you cover a lot of territory and just going all the way. That's why I had to go to the visitor parking lot B block.
That's quite a detour.
It's probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the fender chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another Kevlar lunch?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have evidence to stop? There's a gesture on that. Accept that. 5 minutes between the witness of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could have made policy that amount of time if you like in al dente. I got lunchboxes that tie plastic to knots, rookie. No. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you're a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'll flee the scene. Hey! Don't give me the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instance of a killer. You would run, but this time it was different. Miss Scott darted at the scene of the crime. She even had her pictures taken. No true criminal would act that way. It's inconceivable.
Yeah!
That's right. Catch her lies.
Well then, you see we come to the end of the testimony. The witness had the grudge against the defendant, and it blamed in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, isn't that witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it. We're screwed that cash shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close.
I'm afraid that the Coffer Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Hold it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mr. Ashworth, you are the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to force off to me. I prefer not to take the defense tea leftovers. Anything else you say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her tricked lunch boxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple decker! Our deference to the witness determination. I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the lunch lady motto said, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull off her lunchbox this time? That doggone judge be giving everybody chances, boy. I tell you, I just one thing about the judge. He sure give you chances, though. Some of these judges won't give you no chances. But I like this judge. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes while I was looking for the crime scene. And now, to the man of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it is flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on the shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needed.
Damn.
Yeah, witness, where's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I heard of this evidence? Simple, as I already said. I don't trust you with your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigate this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
Did I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe was illegally evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by members of the forensic department. And you can see it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
No!
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
And you need to be quiet, Emma. The prosecution complains notwithstanding. It appears that the evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have another count against you, witness.
And it ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Alright. White shoe into the list. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Alright, let's see what you got. I should have mentioned it 5 minutes where I was looking for a crime scene. Okay, that sounds legit. And now to the matter of victim shoe. Did I not bring this up? Why did you bring it up earlier?
And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful when I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crimes. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. I am too. In any case, you removed valuable witness from the scene of the crime. Now, tell us what you did next.
2 types of blood were on the shoe.
Wait a minute, which type was it? So you brought it to a forensic department.
If you're going to submit something evidence in court, you need to prove. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensic expert.
I know that. And she got away with her little coup because she's used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have blood stains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And that blood belongs to victim Detective Goodman?
As I said, there was 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
And other blood type matched with defendant Miss Lana Sky. How you know that? You can't say for sure the blood belongs to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie.
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, bloods come from 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from blood tests whether a murder was committed in cold blood. Oh damn, you got quiet. Oh damn, everybody got quiet on me. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can't differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. which means we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Also, I hear.
That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have got the DNA test results. But that said, there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Sky.
So the suspect blood was found on the victim's shoe?
That ties up directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I'm afraid he's going to say that. This shoe proof is flawed incident evidence. Hold that. I can't let this evidence go right through without a fight. You ordered pepper fish guts, right?
What?
Something like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's enough hot water to make the whole fat of soup.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? There's a problem with the shoe. If I'm not imagining things, I'll say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes, you still young, rookie. I'll give you a pepper fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Oh, we gotta do this crap here. Yeah, the blood back. Okay, so hold on a second. When she took the picture of the crime scene when Lana was opening up the car door, she had on black shoes, but this shoe is white. But if I remember correctly, there was no blood at the time, so it had to be this. I wonder if you notice. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradiction about the shoe on the bottom of his shoe? Damn, that just sure attacking me. The photo. Look at it. If how come there's blood at the bottom of his shoe but not blood on the bottom of her shoe? You see everything how clean it is down there? So it doesn't make sense. And how in the world he got blood based on if he got stabbed in the chest? How did the shoe get bloody in the first place? Unless somebody just threw the shoe on top of him, it makes no sense at all. So we're gonna hit them with that, and we're gonna say take that. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why would any blood footprint found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That's contradicts your claim about this shoe. God dang it, Edgy. This picture only showed part of the floor, so there could be bloody footprints. Object that too. That's where they were, Miss Ezra, because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. That's right, Edgy. We gotta say about that now.
Order! 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 Well, witness!
What? Huh?
Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprints is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there was a footprint.
Oh?
That's true. There has to be a reason why there was a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
Oh no. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I give her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What? What are you talking about?
Think back when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A Perka, this one, a leopard woman. Roar. I thought that was strange for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. Huh. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt on in the lunchbox factory.
Witness? Well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you know the reason she knocked her over? The real reason?
You don't mean?
Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the blood stain that would have become evidence against her.
What? That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstain left on the victim's shoe ties her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Wow, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. Wow, that reminds me. This guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to a crime and she tried to conceal it. But... Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Starr is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
The court found the defendant, Miss Mama Sky.
Hold it. Whoa, who said that? Little girl, what did you say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Starr, was on the prosecution side?
Well, yeah, you are. You saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding second helpings. Another lunchbox called evidence.
What? Witness? Don't tell me you have something else.
This woman got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. The time for deliberation is past. Any further comment and you will be held in contempt of court. Your thirst doesn't scare the cuff of queen. Look at this.
Oh! A photograph?
I had it just in case anyone has the gall to suggest that the white shoe did belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait, look at that salt on the photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems that what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. What? Right, wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
What?
You sure have a weird way of coming in, Mia. Get yourself off the dust or take another good look. Don't give up. Not till the bitter end. Okay. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare the verdict for good.
Object, yeah, object that. That's right. We're objecting that. Yeah, that's me. Let's go. Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can I hand down my verdict in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't wait. Then you'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one suspended. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I gotta go ahead with this.
I suppose since we come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with this photograph.
Okay. Okay, that's the knife. The shoe's wet. This muffler, this thing sticking out over here, the muffler, that's what it is. Right there. Take that! Take that! The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor?
You just say muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf in any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see. And I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
Huh. So, what if there's just something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No objection. Oh no. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you already told us why this is important to the case. You said much in your testimony. What? Yeah, that's right. You brought the word muffler when you arrested her. You said muffler when you arrested her.
Let's hear what Mr. Wright have on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in a muffler is related to this case.
The phone. It has to be the phone. It's the phone. Take that. Miss Starr, recall your testimony from the court. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my early testimony. Muffler? Yeah. Could it be the muffler you heard mentioned? Was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Got her. We got her. Cough up queen, we got ya.
Well, and since we have to suspend the proceedings,
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspect that once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so. Woo! That was close. That was close. But we made it. At least for now. I agree.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
You just ate. You still hungry? Charles, you greedy. You just ate. Oh, wow. To be continued. Oh, wow. Woo. Well, we're going to save that. We're going to go right here and save that. Alright, so we are going... Wow, this case just got interesting. Angel Starr, the cuff-up queen, she just snuck around and hid a few evidence because she don't trust the prosecutor, but we got through her her testimonies and stuff like that, and she had quite a few holes, but eventually there's a key part of evidence that was hidden in a muffler, and we exactly don't know what's in it, but we do know it possibly could be a scarf that Lionel guy had around her neck. Maybe it could be a knife, or maybe it could be something else, but it looks like to me that is going to be key as we move forward to this case. Thank you everybody for watching the video. If you like it, you can press the subscribe button, like button, or you can make a comment in the video, and we'll be back until next time of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney trilogy. I am out.